Made it to the Atlanta airport. Marco's about to roll up. He's throwing the GT3 up from Florida. Meet me up here. That way I have it. I'm ready to rip for the Smokies. Got a little reception tonight, and then from there, I think tomorrow we've got a track day, and then we cruise up to the Smokies. Nothing like a little Georgia mall parking lot unload. About to go down. You got the goods, bro?
It's like a 600-pound door.
Stoked that I don't have a cage in this one yet, because she gets all this room to put her stuff. Off to the dealership. That's where we're meeting up tonight. I'm actually pretty stoked to have a paint to sample car this time. With these Smoky trips, this is like an official one. And if you're not familiar with it, the whole entire event's actually a fundraiser for cystic fibrosis. I'll put more information down in the description below. Really cool group of dudes with a good cause too. But anyway, usually because there's like 150 GT cars, you'll have like 10 plus of any given production color. So now that we get a paint to sample car, hopefully we're the only 992 in ultraviolet, which would be pretty cool. But it would also make it easier to tell if it's us doing things that we shouldn't. We gotta keep that in mind. Before it was just like, oh, what are those orange race car looking things? Always so cool seeing the sea of cars here. So many cool colors too. It's always good to get ideas for paint sample colors. This is Signal Yellow. It's one of my favorites. Definitely thinking about it. And this car is actually a friend of mine's, Chris Meeker, who had the ultraviolet of the 991 that inspired me for my car. It was a super cool spec paint to sample, ultraviolet, yellow calipers, and a GT3. So this is a new car, again paint to sample, but this color is super cool. He always specs out really cool cars. But it just keeps going. I think this is Sean's car. Probably be driving with him a lot. And it just keeps going and going and going and going. I haven't seen lava in the new car yet either. Looks really good, especially with that color gold wheel. Thinking about doing that color gold on my wheels for the purple. Purple and gold is a vibe. Got a couple police escorting us out. Gonna hop in, follow the crowd. Bunch of cool cars here. Crazy that they were able to pull this off. Like, shout out to so many cars. Shout out to the police, because like shutting down an entire road is not easy, and it's definitely not necessary, but it definitely makes it a really cool way to start the trip. Window, because we know that a Carrera GT is going to have to do a pull up the tunnel, and like, when do you ever get to hear a Carrera GT do a pull up the tunnel? Sorry, parking garage. Do you hear it? Oh, I hear it. It's so high pitched. God, they're so cool. One more. Sounds so cool. We'll almost come out here at like 3 in the morning and take photos when no one else is out here. It'll be so cool. All the Miami blue cars next to each other. Oh, cute! So I have a cool little parking garage meetup. Got all the cars all parked, all set up. Live music.
992s in the whole world together at once, ever, right now.
There's a possibility at the Nürburgring there's like 100 of them just lapping around, because Germans are crazy and awesome.
Not wrong.
But this is definitely the most ever in the United States in one place.
Yeah, it's cool.
And the crazy thing is there's only like 15. I thought there would be way more.
There's only 15?
I haven't counted more than that. A lot of people's got drowned in that boat that sunk.
Yeah, rip.
Yep. Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry, Matt.
Loading up and over to the track. Beautiful morning. Nice little morning breakfast on the ledge. Pulling up at AMP. on track for a parade lap right now. This will just kind of be chill, I think mostly for photos and stuff. Then when we come back out later, I'm gonna put a helmet cam with a mic and I'll talk through my first impressions of this car on track. Since it'll really be like my first spirited driving with this car. I'm excited to see what it feels like. It's gonna be weird driving a manual car now.
Yeah.
Gonna relearn the racing line here too.
Not even one lap, and somehow I picked up this gnarly screw from the pits. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Fun.
It's obnoxious.
Literally an 11.
That's so specific. I don't know if this will bug, to be honest. They will. Weird about letting me use this.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, oh, we can't do that. And it's like, yeah, it's fine. Like, give me the stuff.
Yo, it wasn't even a screw, it was a bolt.
Oh my god. Wow.
Ridiculous.
Glad they had this here.
About to take this thing out for its very first track day. Unlike my last RS, I don't really plan on tracking this car a bunch. It was more just enjoying back roads and stuff. I had my fun tracking that other car and got to explore its limits. Haven't gotten the chance to do it with this car yet, so I'm stoked to go out there. I've got one little helmet cam set up with a mic, so I'm gonna kind of talk to you guys, get you a little. So I'm stoked to have it out on track and see how it does. One of the things that I'm not a fan of when you track these cars, you sit so upright, you feel it like pushing your head down.
Oh, true.
It's gonna be weird trying to think about where and when to shift. Big manual guy now.
Both feet now.
Yell at me if I get carried away, because if you follow too close, you get rock chips.
Oh, really?
And I always get carried away. I start to act like we're going into like the start of a drift comp, and I'm like, trying to be that close. All right, let's see how she feels. Front end's got a lot of grip. I know that's what everyone always is commenting about. What I'm like a little concerned about, not concerned, is just shifting mid-corner where before it was never really a thing. Marco's never been in a car on track before, so when he feels Porsche brakes, he's gonna lose his mind. Gotta remember my reference points, just start getting comfortable. Haven't even felt any slippage yet. Nice dip. Oh, old car used to rub here a little bit. Nice and smooth. That's a corner where I'm worried about upsetting the car. I almost want to leave it in third there for that reason. Freaking Carrera GT, 2 cars ahead of us. Only in Smokies. And 6th. We'll pass the Carrera GT coming up later. There's a big hairpin. Gotta remember what gear I'm in. Jeez, now we're talking. God damn, these Porsche brakes are good. Now we got some open track in front of us, now we'll have some fun. Tap a little brake. I can carry a little more speed through there. Nowhere near as much understeer on this car as you got on the old one. Barely driving within its limits. I will say it's not, I won't say it's boring, but the car is very video game-like. There's not a, oh, that happened to me once before. I got pulled into the reverse gate by accident. Lee's behind me now. Yeah, so I think the only complaint I have so far on this car is just when you pull down for second gear, you can't pull too far to the left or it'll get stuck in that reverse gate. But other than that, the car feels good. I will say though, like I think I have just as much, if not more, fun driving the PDK on track. It's cool because you can actually just like drive the car like a freaking prototype car and not think about anything or shifting. I don't know, I feel like it's better suited for more of my 90s car stuff. We didn't really get on the brakes much, but usually for me, the biggest thing I always noticed is people freak out by how quick these things can brake. They hold a lot of grip to the side though. For a street car, yeah. On street tires, like it's pretty impressive. What's cool about it is you can just do this like all day for like 5 years and change oil. Yeah. That's the cheat code of Porsche. Aired down my tires a bit, about to go out for the next session. I also put a mic on the back of the car so you guys can get some audio from that. I'm stoked. I guess the car also doesn't sound as good because of the fact that I have a helmet on. I didn't really think about that being a factor. Whoa, buddy. That's fun. Definitely not braking as hard as I need to there, but or as hard as I can, but I'm gonna save a little bit of brake for the next guy. Alright, we'll play catch up now. GT2. Bug splat my windshield. That was fun.
That was insane. You are insane.
Why?
I didn't think you were pushing it that much in this car out there.
Oh, it's fun when we were flat out in fourth going around into that straightaway, isn't it?
Oh, that is petrifying.
And you can feel the car like at probably like 135 miles an hour start to get loose on the straight.
Yeah, it starts to whittle. I'm like, oh my God. Wow, that was really good driving.
Thanks.
Good job.
I appreciate it. The car is getting really loose, so I wanted to bleed the tires down a little bit.
Yeah, just the tires, or are you pushing it a little more?
Well, yeah, the tires are just hot now. Like they're 40 pounds in the rear. So I'm gonna air them down a little.
Yeah, I forget you can see them on this.
Yeah. Feels way better after a little air down. It's hopping a little too much. Get in the groove and you can just kind of point and shoot them. It feels so good when you get on throttle early and the car just hooks and does exactly what you want it to do. I will say after the first session, I was like pretty anti-manual. I had a lot more fun on the second session.
Well, you're just sort of pushing it a lot harder?
Yeah, like mind you, it's not perfect, but I figured it out a little bit better to where like I know the shift points now, so it's not as uncomfortable. Where the first time I was like trying to learn the track and learn how to shift.
Yeah. And the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked like a freaking blast. You're hauling.
It doesn't feel like it though. The car's so tame. It's kind of wild.
What do you mean?
Like on the driver's seat, it feels like you're in a video game. Even when the car gets out of control, it's like so predictable that it's kind of ridiculous.
I mean, that's a good thing. That's awesome.
For sure. I was getting ready to tell you guys that I wasn't really enjoying this car on track after the first session. Just wasn't really feeling it, but I feel like that second one I had a little bit more open track and really got to start to push the limits. Also having aired the car down a bit on tire pressure, they weren't as greasy. Overall, I still think my preference is PDK for the track. I just really like being able to shift mid-corner and not upset the balance of the car. I use it as a tool, almost like traction control by short shifting sometimes, and I like the noise and keeping both hands on the wheel. However though, I did really enjoy the manual. I think it's fun. I don't know if I would miss the manual in a racetrack setting, but we're yet to explore the mountains. So next step, load the car up and head up the mountains and hit some of my favorite roads on the way up to the resort where we're staying.